Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Kyle Henderson of BamaInsider.com, back with another spring preview regarding the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, I'm talking about the defensive line, and as we usually do, we have formatted this video in a 3-2-1 style, 3 questions, 2 things I've learned going in, and make 1 prediction. Today, we're talking about the defensive line on our Alabama Crimson Tide spring previews. You can catch all the coverage back on BamaInsider.com. My first question regarding the defensive line, it revolves around the defensive tackle position. And my simple question is this: who's next? Over the last 2 seasons, the Crimson Tide have produced 2 first-round draft picks at the position. Darion Payne going number 13 overall to the Washington Redskins. And this past season, after an incredible season by Quentin Williams, he's projected as a top 5 pick. Currently, our depth chart at BamaInsider.com, we have Darion Mathis listed as a projected starter. Incoming freshman Ismail Sopsher and DJ Dell are battling for that backup role. Mathis is a 6'4", 317-pound redshirt sophomore that earns SEC All-Freshman team honors from the 2018 season after recording 18 tackles and a fumble recovery playing in 15 games. DJ Dell was one of the first early enrollees to get to Tuscaloosa, and he'll be battling, as mentioned, with Ismail Sopsher, the 4-star commitment from Louisiana. Dell is 6'3", 314 pounds, and it's going to be interesting to see if there's anyone else that competes for that defensive tackle role. I don't think there's anyone going into the spring season that certainly has this position locked up. I think when you talk position battles, there's certainly going to be a position battle at the defensive tackle position. Now, my second question going into the spring season is this a breakout year finally for Bryan Ray? Maybe that's an obvious question. The 6'5", 289-pound, now junior, has looked very impressive on the field and looks to be Alabama's next defensive lineman to hold the rope of excellence. During Ray's sophomore season in 2018, he saw time in all 15 games, with 1 start in 2018. He had 39 tackles, 5 for loss, 2 sacks, and added 2 pass breakups and a pair of quarterback hurries. Bryan Ray is really one member of the Crimson Tide that I think everyone should really be excited about, really expecting big things for Bryan Ray during the 2019 season. My third question going into the 2019 season is this the year Raekwon Davis finally has his breakout year? If we rewind to the start of the 2018 season, everyone felt that Davis would be a first-round draft pick by season's end. But that wasn't the case, as Davis was ineffective getting to the quarterback most of the season, recording just 1 quarterback sack. We've seen early footage of Davis this spring grinding it out, and it looks like he's going to have a monster season. Let's say that he's looked inspired. And now with new defensive line coach Brian Baker, who has coached some of the best defensive linemen over the last 10 years, it looks like Baker will have that impact that'll really get Raekwon Davis going. Now, 2 things that I've learned going into the spring season is, as I mentioned, Alabama has a new defensive line coach, and that is Brian Baker. Baker comes over to the Crimson Tide from Mississippi State, where he recently worked with projected NFL first-round draft pick Montez Sweat, and he also helped the Bulldogs defense become the #1 defense in college football. Over the past several years, Brian Baker has worked with names like Julius Peppers, Leonard Little, and most recently Montez Sweat, as mentioned. I think when you look at all the assistants that Nick Saban has added this coming season, I think Brian Baker is certainly a name that is going to make a giant splash for the Crimson Tide. Now, the second thing that I've learned going into the spring season is Alabama looks to have someone really special in true freshman Antonio Alfano. The 6'4", 288-pound Rivals.com 5-star has been shown in early footage looking like an absolute beast for the Crimson Tide. He's looks to be hitting hard in the weight room. He's added, according to him, 17 pounds already since he's been in Tuscaloosa. And I'm curious to see if Alabama likes him at the defensive end position and if they give him an opportunity to even play defensive tackle. I think when you look at a player like Antonio Alfano and you look at the athleticism and the size he has, he's a player that adds versatility and depth to the defensive line as a true freshman. Now, here's my one prediction for the 2019 season, and it's not an overwhelming prediction, but I think Alabama will have over 50 sacks. Over the last 2 seasons, Alabama has been in the 40 sack range. Before that, from 2014 to 2015, 2016, Alabama was in the 50 sack range. I would like to see Alabama get more sacks on the quarterback, and I think Brian Baker, as I keep talking about, is going to really play an instrumental role with the Crimson Tide. Thanks for watching another spring preview on BamaInsider.com. All our coverage back on the website, BamaInsider.com. If you're curious to become a premium member, head on over to the site and look for the free 30-day trial. The promo code at checkout is ROLLTIDE. From Tuscaloosa, Alabama, this is Kyle Henderson. We'll catch you next time.